a new attack on women's health. It makes me angry.
Feather. Got to have my feather. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, guys. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. It is Terra Queen Jamila. Hello. Hi, Alicia and Lil P3, and maybe it's Maybelline. That's a funny name. Joyce Velasquez, Shanicia B, and Omira Fleming. Hello. Welcome to the chat. You guys are ready to get that divine message from y'all twin flame, ain't y'all? I know I'm ready for mine because I'm like, how come this ain't working out? Guys, sometimes I think that my twin flame is a spirit and it just goes around jumping into, it just jumps into, it chooses different men and then it's like it's there, but then it's gone. All right, let's listen to the Indian flute meditation and yoga music because that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing. I would like to create an, guys, I'm going to do an ASMR healing channel. So wait till I start that mug. Oh my goodness. And see, the problem is that I've had to raise like way too much hell. I've had to raise a lot of hell on YouTube with some folks, you know, and so it's kind of like this channel may not be the best environment for something like that. So anyway, I want to do this ASMR meditation type of mind, body, spirit channel, and I'll be doing that soon. And I'll do tarot card readings over there. I think it'll be so cool to have like a healing ASMR tarot card reading. That would be so cool. So, okay. Today is, it's actually July 7th. It's July 7th, so 7/7/2018. And what was I going to say? Oh, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and that you support the channel by clicking the thumbs up, please. And if you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. It is very easy to get a reading. You just go to the website. I've got specials on all of my readings. I think my 30-minute live readings are only $45 right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure that they're only $45. So you can actually go and get them for that price. But the one thing, guys, is that if you want your reading the same day, you got to pay for the same day price because I am by appointment only, and my bookings are usually days in advance. Okay, so you just have to be patient. Okay. Now, I do have openings for today, but that can still change. So, like today, I am open for emergency same-day readings, okay? But you guys will probably be looking at this hangout if you're looking at the playback. I will include the timestamps in it for you. So if you need your timestamp, just go and look in the chat. Would be where I'm going to put all the timestamps, okay? All right, we're going to start with the Aries. So basically, I'm going to do my standard way. You guys know how I do the all-in-one readings. So I'm just going to lay them out side by side, and we'll start with the Aries. Okay, this is going to be a divine message from your twin flame. I'm going to go ahead and lay the cards out before I do the timestamp for the Aries. All right, we're going to call to spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels. Okay, gatekeepers to the spirit realm. The gatekeeper, you can call to the gatekeeper, guys. Whoever that is, anyway. All right, spirit guides, what messages do you have for each zodiac sign? For each zodiac sign's twin flame. Okay, what is the divine message right now for July 2018? For the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, so twin flame relationships can be very perplexing. They can be very scary because you love someone that, I mean, quite frankly, to be honest, you hate them sometimes, but you love them. But you can't stand the way that they are. There's certain things that you don't like about that person. You can't say that you hate them because you love them so much. So then you'll just say that there's things that you don't like about them. Okay. And some of y'all twin flame is like literally running, or you're running. Got a lot of runners right now. Okay. I have you guys' answer. There's Aries. Hold on, let me make sure that I am centering these. You guys know how I am about that. Okay, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. We're not going to do any reversals, guys, okay? Leo. Virgo. We are using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot deck for this reading. I hope that you guys like it. There is a new feature on my website to where you can pick out whichever deck you want for your reading. And trying to think if my video readings are on sale. If they're not, I'm going to place them on sale when I'm done with this. So go to the website, check it out. All right. So we're going to start. I'm going to start by saying everybody's individual card. Then I'm going to move on to the individual. Aries got the King of Cups. Taurus got the Magician. Gemini got the Nine of Cups. Cancer got the Seven of Coins. Leo got the Ace of Coins. Virgo's got the Five of Wands. And it's a whole big hot mess in there too. So Virgo, yeah. Libra's got the Hanging Man. Scorpio's got the King of Coins. Sagittarius has got the Seven of Cups. Capricorn got the Sun. Aquarius got the Ace of Cups. And Pisces got the Page of Cups. And guys, when I do these all-in-one readings, it's supposed to provide unity. So please don't be in competition with another sign. Okay, now you want to look at who's a part of your particular group. Like if you're earth, air, fire, or water, you want to pay attention to what's going on with them. Okay, because you're all the same element. But other than that, stop comparing yourself to other people. Too many of you do that. And that it's creating a lot of problems. So it's creating a lot of identity issues. You know, stop comparing yourself and other people to other people. Please truly accept that everybody is different. And they may be going through different stages in their life. And this is how we can all help each other. Okay? Let's all start paying it forward. Because I believe that the spirit realm operates perfectly. I just think it's this physical world that needs help, to be honest with you. Yeah. Hey, Toby. Hey, Carol. Hi. Hello. How are you? Okay. So let's get started on this. Aries, you guys are 1722. So that is your lucky number. Where's my keyboard? Here it is. All right, so Aries, you guys got the King of Cups. So what is your twin flame trying to say to you? Your twin flame is trying to say to you that they love you, that they care about you. Whoever is your twin flame, Aries, I truly believe that they are saying that they love and they care about you. But I believe that the King of Cups could represent what their zodiac sign is, but it could also represent that maybe they are going through a healing process. Okay, I believe that the divine message is that I am healing. I love you. I care about you. I just need possibly some time if you guys are split apart, because there's always going to be twin flames that are split apart. They're still saying that they care about you deep down, but the circumstances is not the greatest, is another thing that I can sense that they're saying to you. The circumstances are not the greatest right now. I will try to clarify. Spirit, give me some clarity on the King of Cups. Yeah, the Page of Coins. So they are focused on their career. They feel like the love that you guys shared, it broke them down a whole lot. And then also there was a lot of negative energy that affected them. Some of the negative energy that you had around you, Aries, affected them. So this is what I want to say to the Aries. You cannot blame your twin flame for wanting to get away from this. Now, this may have been the same case for them. So you can say, well, they were going, they had this going on, but it was too much for them. It was too much for them. It was your situation. It was their situation. And they may have lost something. They may have, the relationship was very difficult for them. So they care about you, but they also have a child that they're taking care of as well. So they have to worry about their child. They can't have just this wild, free love with you. Okay, they can't have that. Male dream, we haven't even went to Cancer yet. We'll be there in a few minutes. So yeah. So can I say something to you guys? A lot of you that have a lot of negative energy around you, and a lot of you that insist, because I have seen people have some pretty good relationships and some pretty good connections, but it was because of the people that hung around them. It was because of the company that they kept. Aries, your twin flame could possibly, or this could be the other way around, but this is their message to you specifically. So you may say, well, no, it was like that on their end. Well, that may be the case. Okay, that may be the case, but you know, so they're dealing with somebody. They're dealing with somebody that caused them a lot of emotional and mental damage. So they may be dealing with their own stuff. They may be dealing with their own dysfunctional family. And the people that you deal with opened up wounds in them. I have told people this several times, and I have seen people say, well, why didn't this person stick by me? Or why couldn't they deal with that? And it'll be the most malignant person that you have ever seen in your life. And for some reason, your twin flame will expect for you to deal with that. And I can see the same thing happening for the Virgo. So something's going on here. You can tell that this is either a Virgo, Taurus, or a Cappuccino, which is AKA Capricorn if you're new to the channel. What am I hearing crackling over there? There's probably a bug in here or something, guys, that my son is going to have to come in and kill. I think we got a little bug animal totem, guys. Oh, that's Jacob. That was Jacob playing with my black labradorite bracelet. All right, guys. I was about to say, oh God, bug alert, bug alert. Okay, so yeah, Aries, go pee, baby, go pee. Aries, let me tell you something. Your partner is possibly way too sensitive to deal with this, and especially if they are a water sign, or they could even be an earth sign. They're too sensitive to deal with what you got going on around you. Okay, you have a lot of family problems going on. You've got some negative situations going on with some friends of yours, and it's too much. You guys are gonna, like, I feel like with the Ten of Swords coming up, I feel like things are gonna get better going forward, probably towards August or September. But I feel as though if this is where you're at right now, or if this is the reason, or if this is the energy, this is not the best energy for what you're trying to do or for love. And so a lot of people will say, well, why don't a person stick by me through that? And it's like, but well, they did. They did. And what I can see is some heavy hoodoo being used on them, to the point where, because let me just bear witness here for a second. I have been a victim to another woman attacking me every month, every day. Somebody that you know was attacking your twin flame every single day. Every day, every month, your twin flame had to move. They had to change jobs. I can definitely sense that it's an air sign energy. They may have had that situation going on in their life. So Aries, it may not be people that were connected with you. It could have just been people that were connected with your twin flame. But it was a cyclic thing. It was every month. Every month it was something. It was an abuse cycle. And so this is what I've noticed about some people and the way they practice black magic. That black magic is constant abuse and harassment is basically what it is. It's not real magic. That's not real magic, in my opinion. That, I mean, it is, because it can break a person down. It can break a person down. It can make them lose their mind. It can do a lot of weird things to people. It can create PTSD in people. So yeah, I can definitely feel your twin flame, Aries, and they have been through that, and it's difficult for them. So, you know, that's something you got to give them time to heal. And they need time to heal away from that situation. But I believe that this person was connected with you. I believe your twin flame is saying, hey, look at here. This person in this situation, I can't do. So I can sense that there was either a water sign or an earth sign that was attacking them in the spirit. Nobody. And so if you are a twin flame of somebody and your twin flame is being attacked in the spirit, why are you doing nothing about it? I have more of you guys come to me and tell me about situations like this, and I'll be like, poor, I feel so bad for your significant other. I hate that. I really do. So let's take responsibility and stop doing that. That is some very pungent energy that your twin flame had to deal with, Aries, and they've got to take time to recuperate. Okay. So I can see I can see Archangel Raphael around that person. They're sleeping a lot. They're slowly regaining their strength. In the meantime, Aries, you need to work on your situation, and you need to get rid of some of those people. Why do those people have to be around? Oh, that's my cousin. That's my so and so. Yeah, but they're toxic to your relationship. But that's my cousin. It's like, well, you ain't ready yet. You ain't ready, because trust and believe your cousin is not going to throw her twin flame under the bus for you. So a lot of y'all be like, family, do you worse than anybody? But that's because your family, there's some people that will not throw their lover under the bus for their family. And there's a lot of you that will, and it's a mistake. Because why does anybody have to go under the bus? Why is it that because you fell in love, now we're contemplating suicide and jumping under bridges and jumping off of? No, something's going wrong. So let's move on. Okay, Aries, if you guys need some assistance, it looks like to me that a lot of you Aries are possibly in need of reunion energy, because your twin flame is just like, God dang, I'm serious. And keeping the relationship a secret is not going to work. Sorry. It's not gonna work. Sorry. You gotta stand up and fight this, and see, I got a conversation that I need to have with the Virgos, but you guys are coming up soon, okay? Smoke of air and fire of earth, cleanse and bless this home and earth. Drive away all harm and fear, and only good may enter here. All right, I had to do a little clearing real quick after that, because there was some pretty negative energy in that. So moving on to the Tauruses, you guys' number is 2856. You guys got the Magician. So what your twin flame lover is telling you is that they feel manipulated. They're saying, I feel manipulated in some kind of way, is what they're saying. The Magician is good or bad. I feel like what the Magician represents is a manifestation of a person. Hold on a minute, guys. I got to get Jacob quiet because he's really interrupting me. Give me a second. Let me get him straight. Sorry, guys. My son decided he wanted to growl on camera. Sorry. I don't know why he does that. Anyway, the Magician. It's a kid thing. They do that sometimes. So I'm going to clarify this Magician because I feel like, and really to be honest with you, I don't really need to clarify it. Taurus, I really believe that your twin flame feels manipulated by some unseen force. So you got a trickster is what you got. You got a trickster. You got somebody that is manipulating you. I can sense that they are either a Virgo, another Taurus, or a Cappuccino. They could be a water sign. There's a manipulative energy that's manipulating the situation. So I don't feel that your twin flame is happy with the relationship. I'm just keeping it real because nobody likes to be or feel manipulated, because I feel like what they're saying is they feel like they need to regain control. So it might be by you. They may feel manipulated by you, Taurus. Okay, I'm going to clarify what this is, Spirit guides. Give me some clarity on the Magician. So I'm going to try to clarify, even though the cards are close together. Okay, yeah. Yes. It is that Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They are definitely manipulative. They are your ex. They are your ex. And to be honest with you, your ex is still sending you bad energy. I don't know what it is. Guys, I have no idea what it is about air sign people that causes them to never want to let go. But this is an air sign energy in particular. Now, if it is not an air sign energy, then it is somebody that's in another dimension. This is if it's not an air sign, then it is a spirit that is manipulating you. Okay, this is a very malignant spirit. And I know it for a fact that I'm correct about most of what I'm saying. Okay, see, it's been a third party. And so there's some kind of third party energy bouncing all over the place. It bounces into other people. That's so weird that that would come up. It's a third party. It's an energy. For some of you, it's a spirit. And yes, sometimes it does afflict or affect this, whoever this Queen of Swords is, because they're very possibly open and susceptible to it. Now, if your twin flame is an air sign, so this is what I want to tell you. Whatever this spirit is, you either need to banish it or bind it. You do not allow people that are working against you to just reign and wreak havoc. This person needs to be binded. They need to be binded. Okay? Whether or not you take a picture of them and you do it yourself or you come to a practitioner, I do offer those. You need to bind this person. Now, if it's a spirit, things may get, it's still the same thing. It's a spirit that you're binding. So a lot of times when we do spiritual work on people, typically we're not, and see, this is a difference between somebody that is an exorcist, somebody that does light work, and somebody that does other types of magic. But what I can tell you is that a lot of times people do make decisions to do certain things, but a lot of times it is a spirit that is afflicting them. It's still a spirit. It may be just within that person's spirit, but it's still energy. So what you have to do is you have to bind that energy from hurting you or harming you. I feel like it's a third party. And so really, to be honest with you, I can sense that a lot of you Tauruses are going through things to where your twin flame is possibly cheating on you. Or either they're accusing you of cheating on them, because it's almost like this invisible person that exists. Now, I will tell you that sometimes this person can come in the form of somebody that is yelling and screaming and calling defects to your house. I mean, this is not a joke. I'm just telling you. So some of you could be going through that struggle as well. Some of you may have this person on your back, and this person is connected with your twin flame in some kind of way, and they just won't go away. This is a person that it's almost like a fucking pest. I'm sorry. So it's actually tore down your relationship. It's torn down your relationship. Tafa Beasley, if you were married to a Taurus and you didn't get along, they probably were not your twin flame. So this would have, now it would depend on what your zodiac sign is. So what's your zodiac sign? Because that's the one that you will want to listen to. Because this is what Taurus's twin flame is telling them. Now, if you feel something like this resonates for you, if you don't get along, like not getting along is very, very different than what this situation is that I'm talking about. This is a person that is literally manipulating. Spirit is shown who this person is. They probably are an Aquarius or a Libra or a Gemini. Okay. And yes, they have been screwing up your relationship. They've been manipulating them. Okay. They've been a primary cause of all of the bitterness. And a lot of people will say, well, how is this possible? Because they did a hoodoo on you or something. They done did some voodoo or some hoodoo. So you guys probably got to do either some reversals, bindings. It depends on what your situation is. This is a person practicing esoteric knowledge as well. So whenever the magician shows up, that's pretty serious, you know, and believe it or not, no matter how a person does their rituals, rituals are very powerful. So a lot of people will say, well, they'll take for granted somebody's spiritual power. And they go, well, that ain't gonna do nothing. And the next thing you know, it done did something. Okay. So yeah. So if you guys need any more further advice on that, you guys can contact me below for the Tauruses, because you guys have quite a complicated situation going on, okay, with this third party. And the problem is that you and your twin don't want that person. But this person, they have such, they can create such issues and problems in your life. And so it could be a parent, could be like maybe maybe your twin flame's mother or father, possibly, if they are that zodiac sign. But to be honest with you, sometimes it can be two people together. Sometimes their energy can just work together. At any rate, your twin flame does definitely want to be with you, Taurus, but they just can't right now because of the negative influences that are around you. They have a negative perception of something. So you need to communicate with them and talk to them, and communicate with them with give them your undivided attention, because I feel like you're not listening to them. And so this is pretty much what that air sign has done, has somehow messed up, and you guys are gotten in between your communication somehow. And I know how that feels, because I've been Tafa Beasley, no shade to the gems out there, but I've had Geminis not even necessarily stalk me per se, but just go around and tell lies, big lies. And it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You know? Yeah. My Taurus mom is a Libra, huh? So, or are you a Taurus? Because you said my Taurus mom is a Libra. Is she a Libra or a Taurus? You must have meant to say Libra. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. You know what the problem is with a lot of Libras is that they become obsessed. I've got a couple of Libras that are obsessed with me. It's so weird. And I've got a Gemini. This man, for some reason, this was before I even came on YouTube. So I was living an experience in life before I ever came on YouTube, you know. Because a lot of these people act like this is their life. My ex went around and told big lies on me. I mean, and did it for years. And he was a Gemini. And I said, where in the hell did you get this from? I think he was getting the lies from his sister. So it was so weird. At any rate, you know, he could have ruined my life, but he didn't because I'm powerful. Okay. All right. Moving on. Moving on to the Geminis. You guys' lucky number is, no, I know that it's more than 2,900. Hold on, guys. $4127 is the Gemini's number. And you guys got the 9 of Cups. So what is your twin flame saying to you, Gemini? Your twin flame is saying to you that they love you, but they're just probably not exactly ready to settle down. I get the sense that a lot of you Geminis are possibly dealing with a water sign. And they're in a happy place right now. They're in a happy place right now, but they're kind of enjoying the single life is what I can sense with your twin flame. So Gemini, it's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't care about you. It's just probably that they're not exactly ready to settle down, and they're not confused. They're not confused at all. They're not ready to settle down. Spirit, give me some clarity on 9 of Cups. They're actually, for a lot of Geminis, your twin flame is see, Gemini's not happy about it though. So there's some bad emotions right now, I feel, in the month of July that are possibly coming from Gemini, or either, I feel like it's coming from Gemini. Gemini is feeling some type of way. They're, you know, Geminis are kind of looking at it to where they're like, woe is me, why is me? Well, I can tell you, Gemini, that if you're going through that, your twin flame is not going through the same thing. They're not going through the same thing. They're enjoying their life. And Gemini, you're sitting up here, you know, angry, got all these negative emotions, and they're not feeling that type of way. So a lot of y'all will come to me and y'all will say, well, how does this person feel? Because I feel like crap. Well, that person don't feel like crap. They're enjoying life. And maybe that's why they're not ready to settle down with you, because you still have these negative emotions. I mean, to be honest with you, what is it exactly that you're angry about exactly? Like, is it the fact that they're not ready to give you their fidelity? Well, you can't force somebody to give that to you right away. You've got to be patient, and you have to wait for when they're ready. And if they're not ready, you have to be able to live your life. At that moment, when you figure that out, that is when they're going to be ready. That is when they're going to be ready. Okay. Other than that, they're going to continue to hold on to what they're doing because it's something that they enjoy about it. Okay. And the reason why is probably the reason why they hold on to that is because maybe they feel like you can't sustain them emotionally. Maybe that's what they're feeling right now, at least in July, or maybe they're feeling like you're not emotionally stable enough. Final advice for the Geminis. Okay, so the 2 of Wands comes up in the reverse position. So I kind of feel as though excuse me, bless me. The 2 of Wands in the reverse position, it represents knowing who you are. Knowing who you are, and maybe your twin has not quite figured that out yet. They have not quite figured that out yet, but see, you haven't either. You haven't either. You haven't really figured that out either. This is some kind of identity thing. And then also this screams to me that there's some root chakra imbalances that are within the Gemini as well as within the relationship. There's definitely some trauma that your twin flame is also trying to heal from. Either Gemini or either your twin flame, which is more than likely a fire sign or a water sign energy is what I'm saying. So water sign would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and fire will be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay, they're not exactly ready to face whatever pain that needs to be dealt with. They're not ready for it. And you know what? They may be past it. To be honest with you, Gemini, I feel like whoever they are past a lot of that emotional stuff. Now, if they aren't, I feel like they're possibly getting past it in July. So August could be a totally different reading. You know, maybe it's going to take them a little while to get through it, but you know, I kind of feel like if they're not ready, why does it have to cause you pain? Like what are you in pain for? So when you think about it, to be honest with you, your twin flame lover not being able to settle down with you in the moment has nothing to do with the pain that you're in. It has everything to do with your childhood trauma. So that's something that you're going to have to deal with first, and you're going to have to heal from that emotionally. Okay. Now, this is what I want to tell you guys. A lot of people will say that, well, if it's your twin flame, you're going to be synchronized, but you guys are not synchronized. So there are sometimes you do want to ask the universe for to synchronize your relationship. Now, if you do that, watch out, because let me tell you something. If Gemini's twin flame was to ask for synchronicity, then they would start to experience these negative emotions with the Gemini, and they may not want to go through that. It seems pretty bad, whatever it is. So you guys are not in sync right now, and it's because of Gemini holding on to negative emotions longer than what they need to. So, and that happens. Twin flames are not always synchronized. One of them might be going through a bunch of anger, a lot of emotions, and the other one might be happy. So then at that time, it's time to separate at that time. Now, Gemini might think, but that's me and my twin. For some reason, your twin has a different perception of it. So at any rate, still live your life. Thank you, Go Vegan. I love it too. Thank you so much. All right. All right, moving on to the Cancers. You guys' number is 4920. You guys got the 7 of coins. So I get the sense that for a lot of you Cancers, you're dealing with an earth sign, and what they are saying is be patient with me. They are saying wait for me. Your twin flame wants you to wait for them, Cancer. For a majority of the Cancers, that's what your twin flame is saying. They've had setbacks in life. They're working on themselves. They feel that they can definitely, because I'm sorry, like for some reason when it comes, and by the way, I'm a fellow Cancer. Oh, okay, that's fine, Go Vegan. That's fine. So I feel like a lot of you Cancers, your twin flame is asking you to be patient with them and to wait for them. I feel like I feel like they're having some kind of financial difficulty. And I feel like they are an earth sign. They may even be saying to you that they are healing in the month of July. Let's do some clarifier. Spirit, give me some clarity for the Cancers. Okay. So the Fool card comes up and it's in sort of the reverse position. So a lot of you Cancers, your twin flame has major trust issues. They look like they are an earth sign, but the Fool card, I think the Fool card, is that fire energy? The Fool card. Let's look that up real quick. I can tell that your twin flame has major trust issues, and trust issues, a lot of people talk about trust, but it is harder to trust than what you think. Giving somebody your full trust is so very, very hard. Now, some of you Cancers could possibly be dealing with an Aquarius, or another air sign could be your twin flame. It's either an earth or an air sign, because the Fool is air energy. Okay, but there's major trust issues. Okay, and the situation can be very different for different Cancers, but I feel as though the trust issue, it's relative to them trusting their own instincts is where the problem is. So they are not necessarily trusting themselves in the month of July. So that's why they don't trust you. And that sucks. Like Cancers, I really, really feel bad for a lot of the Cancers that you're going through twin flame issues to where they don't trust you. That's gotta hurt. I get the sense from what I can feel that a lot of you Cancers, you really do love your twin flame, but you can't trust them. And it is very difficult to love somebody that you can't trust, because it makes you feel like a vulnerable little baby. It makes you feel very, very vulnerable to love somebody that you can't trust. Okay, it does. It sucks. It's a very awful feeling to be in love with somebody that you can't trust, or either to love somebody that you can't trust, because it almost makes you feel dirty. It makes you feel dirty. It does. You can just sense the muddy as Cancer and water tries to mix with earth can cause mud. But you also can make mud pies with mud. You can plant trees. See, the problem is that your twin flame Cancer, they have trust issues. The only thing you can do is wait for them to get over these severe trust issues, which do come from trauma. Your twin flame Cancer, I believe that for the most part, a lot of you Cancers, your twin flame is in fact somebody that suffered a lot of childhood trauma. But the reason why the universe paired you guys up, because I hear a lot of Cancers complaining, oh my God, I attract all these broken people. These people are just always broken, and they just, and it's because you have the ability to heal them. Okay, your energy has the ability to heal them. So they are saying, be patient with me. I'm dealing with trust issues. What is this card? And then they're also saying that they don't feel that they have enough to give you. They feel that they're not good enough for you. They feel they're not good enough. And it may not even be finances, but you can definitely see them working on their financial situation. Okay, you can see them working on it, but the Five of Coins comes up, Cancer, because what they are saying to you is they are saying, I can't really match the love that you've given to me. You see what I'm saying? So right now, they're not, I feel like in the month of July, a lot of you Cancers, you know, you probably don't even talk to that person at this point. You probably ain't even talking to them because there's a severe trust issue there. And it's not good. Also, I feel like what your twin flame is saying to you is that they possibly do need you at this point. Like the Five of Coins is kind of that card to where they may be suffering in some kind of way. Like having a trust issue sucks. They're insecure. So that's a very, very bad place to be in when you're insecure like that. Again, I can still see that earth energy. Final advice for the Cancers. Okay, so the King of Swords comes up in the reverse position. So you guys, I feel like a lot of you Cancers, either it's your twin flame's perception of you, either it's something that they may have heard through the grapevine, some kind of gossip, but at the same time, your twin flame is going to have to be clearer on that. They need clarity. So it doesn't matter at this point what they heard or what somebody said to them. They need to trust you. And that's the problem. That's what creates all of the problem in the relationship. It's never going to get better. You see the Eight of Swords. And so the Eight of Swords represents where there is possibly some kind of bondage, some kind of mental prison that they are in. And you can tell that it's centered around either the age of 7 or 8 years old, or either 7 or 8 years ago, something may have happened. This air sign person is somebody that's very domineering, somebody that I feel like this is the absence of guidance is the problem that's in your twin flame. They've got some kind of what is this? Their mind seems to be kind of messed up and maimed. So remember I said that you guys possibly have an air sign twin flame? Cancer, yeah, your twin flame is possibly an air sign as well. They are constantly accusing you of either cheating or thinking about somebody else. Not a good energy. Not a good energy for a lot of you Cancer. So what your air sign twin flame is also telling you is that it's hard for them to not think the negative thoughts. They are overloaded with negative thoughts constantly. And it's really difficult for them to stop. So you can tell that in the month of July, they are trying to release a lot of that negative energy. But it's literally, I feel like your twin flame Cancer needs a cleanse. They need some kind of cleanse. Okay, thank you. Who is that? Thank you, Go Vegan. They need some kind of cleanse. They need some kind of clarity. So they really are going through it. And they're definitely, like, no matter what zodiac sign they are, there's things that are heavily on their mind. They seem to be worried. If you're dealing with an earth sign Cancer, you know, Taurus, Virgo, or Cappuccino, then that person is worried. They are just in a bad place. So really what you need to do is pray for them and pray that they get through this, and pray, you know, they need to contact their ancestors. They just seem to be very lost, in my opinion. Okay. So trust and believe that if they were not going through all that, you would probably be with them and you guys would be very, very happy. But that's not what's happening. And that's because of trust is a big thing. If your twin flame can't ever learn how to trust, then you're going to forever be in limbo and imprisoned. They're going to forever, like no matter what, not even just your relationship. If they don't start trusting their own instincts and start trusting in their spirits and start trusting, they're going to have a lot of problems. They're going to have a lot of problems. Okay, and it's going to continue and it's going to compound and compound and continue. So they got to, and you know what, guys, I'm going to tell y'all something. Trust issues, because I've done cleanses on people with trust issues, and I've done it with or without their permission. And right after the and this is very common in earth signs, right after I do the cleanse, you can tell that they're releasing those trust issues, because all of a sudden they become very paranoid. Yeah, this is my brother you talking about in relation. Okay. Yeah, well, and you know what? When it comes to people that don't trust, even when you're cleansing them, you have to be very careful, because that it comes out. Like whenever you're cleansing something, it's got to come out. Okay, it's either going to come out through your pores, through sweating, through conversation, you know, and especially people with trust issues, what they do is they lash out. They'll lash out at you. Is what they'll do. So I've noticed that. So it's not an easy process with fixing trust issues. I mean, when I tell you that somebody has a trust issue, this is a major, major thing that could take years to resolve, literally years. And typically it's going to take probably a coven, probably prayer from more than one source, to be honest with you, because that's some serious stuff. When somebody you can easily retrain your brain. There are all sorts of cleanses that you can do. Like there's frequencies that you can listen to increase your trust, but it's so many people out there. They've got way too many enablers that will, you know, oh, as soon as you start trusting a person and feeling good, then all of a sudden that wound becomes reopened in them again. So they've got plenty of people to keep them from actually transcending beyond that trust issue. And it's very bad. Okay. All right. Moving on to the Leos. Leos. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds. Okay. Leos, you guys got the Ace of Coins. What is your twin flame trying to tell you, Leo? They're saying, I want to buy you a house. They're saying to you, let's build together in July of 2018 is what they're saying. Now let's do some clarity along with this, because we definitely want to clarify. So, oops. The Two of Swords fell out of the deck. So Leo, your twin flame is possibly either an earth sign or an air sign, and they are making decisions. They are at a crossroads in life in July. And they are the place where they are coming from, Leo, is they are saying to you, I am ready for comfort. I am ready to truly accept the gifts that God has given me. It's basically what they're saying to you. So you guys are getting very lucky. Now I will throw a clarifier. Spirit, give me some clarity on this Two of Swords. Now I will tell you that a lot of you Leos, you are dealing with somebody. They are possibly, okay, so this is what I can sense. Either a lot of you Leos, your twin flame is a Leo themselves, or they could be air or earth. But what they are doing is they are breaking free from somebody else's mind control. So this is what they're saying to you in the month of July. Now, Leo, You guys may be feeling as though your twin flame is trying to possibly step away from you. You may feel some type of way. So I feel like a lot of Leos could be feeling some kind of insecurity. And I feel like it could be because, you know, your twin flame is embarking on something new, and they may have or may not have been spending a lot of time with you. They may be working a lot, or they're working on something. They're working on some kind of project. But you can also tell with the Strength card that they are choosing you. They're choosing you, like, above all, because you can even see, especially with with that Five of Wands being next to it, even though it's the Virgo's card, you can see where they are making choices right now. They are choosing between having a life of weakness and brokenness, okay, being very broke, not being secure. They are making choices between that lifestyle and a life that is full of blessings and power and manifestation. So I believe that the message is that they definitely are choosing you, Leo, but they've got to build themselves up. I feel like they are starting over. So they want to feel like they are taking care of you as well. They don't want to just be taken care of by you. So a lot of people, for some reason, when it comes to a twin flame relationship, just get like, hell, if we could only solve, yeah, you guys might be moving in together. I see a huge togetherness with a lot of the Leo twin flame relationships. I do. I see a lot of togetherness, and I can definitely see that coming into fruition, and them choosing to have something more than what they've had, because previously it was flim flam. It really was. It was flim flam. Even though they're probably, like I said, they could be earth, they could be air, or they could be fire. But you know, they're tired of being that way. They're ready for a structured relationship. Okay, they're ready for that. So I feel like what they're going to be asking you, I feel like your twin flame is going to definitely be like Pepe Le Pew. I feel like they're going to be all over you, Leo, for the month of July. And July ain't even over yet. So if something could possibly be happening right now, Leo, it doesn't matter. Your twin flame has a desire for you. I don't see them as leaving you anytime soon. In fact, whatever it is that you're going through is just going to make the relationship stronger. Final advice or final outlook for the Leos. Okay, see, the Six of Wands. So many of you Leos are going to possibly reunite with your twin flame this month, because it's only the 7th. So this could go for the entire month of July. Okay. It looks like for a lot of you, there is going to be a success in your twin flame relationship that does have something to do with moving in together, or moving, or some kind of something to do with stability, something that's going to make the relationship more stable. Okay. Now, I do get the sense that there is somebody in the picture, Leo. Let me just say this. There is somebody that's in the picture. They're either air or fire, Leo, and they're sort of in competition with you. And they are kind of trying to get into your twin flame's head. So I say that if you know it's your twin flame, Leo, and you love and you care about them, just ask for protection. Okay, that's all you got to do. Just maybe put some protection around them. If you don't know how to do that, you can contact me. You may have to just ask for some protection of their mind, body, and spirit, because see, there is certain synchronicities between twin flames to where they can pick up on certain stuff. Okay, so I feel like you can sense that as well, because the strength card represents it represents protection. It's what it represents. So yeah. All right, moving on to the Virgos. 11106 is you guys' number. All right, so Virgo, things are not going very well. Your twin flame is angry at you in the month of July. They are either a fire sign or it could be another sign. There is some chaos definitely surrounding your twin flame relationship. So we're just going to go ahead and clarify this Five of Wands, because this anger, whatever this is, this could be many, many, many different things. But at the same time, I kind of feel as though jealousy and envy, for the most part, is affecting your relationship with your twin flame this month, in the month of July. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the Five of Wands just to see what's going on. Spirit, give me some clarity for the Virgos as far as what's going on. And I try not to be so detailed and make these generalized, but you know. Give me some clarity for July for the Virgos. Okay, the Three of Coins, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So this is what I can tell. First of all, I feel like your twin flame is letting you know that they are pretty much in good spirits, but you can also tell that there's some kind of triangle that's being dealt with this Queen of Swords. And so remember, guys, remember when I said, and this can either be another earth sign that you were dealing with, Virgo. This is an ex. This is either your ex or another person that you have, or maybe even a friend of yours, okay? This person is in fact spiritually attacking your relationship with your twin flame. So this is a third party involvement, like I was saying earlier for the other reading when I was going over with the Tauruses. This is somebody that's either coming through in spirit, so it could be a spirit or it could be a person, Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini. Okay, now your twin flame could be this air sign person, Virgo, but there's still some kind of dominating energy that is tearing down the relationship. This Three of Wands is representing divide and conquer. Now, with these two threes added up together, you can kind of see where there's going to be some kind of reunion for the Virgos with their twin flame in July. So you can definitely see that happening, because you can see where things are kind of torn apart and ripped up. And it could be by either this air sign who is probably in Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, and in that order. Okay. The problem is, Virgo, is that you cannot blame whoever your twin flame is for stepping away from this situation. It's not good. It's toxic energy. So I feel like a lot of you Virgos, your twin flame is telling you, I don't want to compete for you. I shouldn't have to compete for your affection. You know, that's number one, what they're saying. But then again, they're also saying there's some negative energy that's coming in from either your job. Okay, got something to do with your job, either somebody at your job, or maybe it's somebody that you know, maybe it's a friend of yours. Okay, so that Virgo, they're not, like, your twin flame doesn't have to put up with that. They don't. They're not going to put up with it. They're not. Okay, you have some negative toxic energy around you, Virgo, And your twin flame, when you talk about twin flame energy, this is very telepathic. This is a very sensitive connection between two people. I am sorry, but somebody infiltrating, you can see somebody's infiltrating the situation. Why are you allowing that? Is it because you can't handle your relationship on your own? Many of you really, 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 really need to check that. And I've been talking to Virgos about that. Okay, and I'm a Virgo moon, so I sometimes do the same thing. But what I can sense is that whoever this person is, this negative energy that's trying to tear down, you know, your connection, they're not making this pleasant. They're not. They doing the most, trust and believe. And for you to say, well, you know, why? And so Virgo, you're not being very empathetic, are you? You're not being very empathetic. You're not taking into account what this person probably sent your twin flame through. This is a person that is either a friend, somebody that you work with, somebody that you got some kind of connection with. They've been attacking your twin flame and you have not protected them. You have went along with it, and it's time for you to stand up, because if it were me, Virgo, I would leave you forever in this lifetime. If you allow any of your negative friends or negative family members to attack me, I'm out. I'm out. I'm sorry. I ain't got to have my twin flame then. So that's how your twin flame is feeling this month. Okay. For majority of the Virgos, spirit guides, give me some clarity on this Queen of Swords. See? The Two of Swords. So this is either an ex, or this is somebody that literally, it seemed like this person, from what I can sense and see, this could be your twin flame also, Virgo. Your twin flame could possibly be very, very sensitive to things that they hear. So you may be dealing with a person like that. Okay. However, some of you Virgos got somebody that with nerve, they're like steel, and they don't even want to deal with it because it's annoying. It's annoying. Nobody wants to deal with this person. This person, you know, you can just tell it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of chaos. Okay, clarity on the Two of Swords. See, you guys, I knew you guys is reading. See, there goes the Three of Cups. Now, I will tell you that I do feel as though the situation is going to work out for the best between you and your twin flame, whoever that is. They could either be earth, water, or fire, or air. It could be, because you guys got a lot of different energies. But for some reason, I get the sense, I don't know, you know, I can see. Give me some more info about this Two of Swords and about this Queen of Swords. Very, very intense energy that's coming from this air sign person. Feel as though whoever that air sign person is, they are coming from the past, or either past or past life. Whatever the situation is, I can feel very intense, threatening energy coming from this person. Nobody wants to be threatened. You know, I mean, when you first fall in love, when you first discover your twin flame, you are willing to walk through fire for that person. You're willing to walk through ice and snow and rain and sleet. But after a while, it's like, I'm not going to keep fighting for you. So your twin flame is tired of it. They ready for that aspect of the relationship to be over. I mean, what are you still fighting for? It's already been said. So what is the argument about? What are we talking about it for anymore? So that's what your twin flame is saying to you, Virgo. What does this have to do with us? Nothing. So you can sense that there's probably your twin flame possibly could be a Scorpio as well. I feel like it is going to have a good outcome for the month of July. For the Virgos, I can definitely see spirit sort of bringing, I feel like the Three of Cups represents reunion or either just good energy between the two of you. Okay, even if you're not talking, there can still be good energy. Like, for example, if I were to start feeling attacked, it would not be by my twin flame. It would be by somebody that they know. So a lot of you guys will blame them. And yeah, a lot of the times it is their fault, because guess why? They should have been more empathetic. They should have been paying attention. Why should somebody have to sit around for 3 years and fight and argue and damn near have their children taken from them for a relationship with their twin flame? I don't think so. So you've got people out there that are doing stuff like that, and it's being done because a person is trying to compete. What's the competition? How do you compete for somebody's love? Does that seem like real love? No. No. So there should be no competition. It shouldn't be, who can tear each other down the best. So Virgo, you, in my opinion, I feel like your twin flame is definitely scolding you right now, to where they're saying, look, I love you, but guess what? You got some really bad energy connected with you. And my whole life should not have to change. My life was supposed to get better just because you met your twin flame. So a lot of you guys are dealing with twin flames that have extremely toxic people and toxic energy connected to them. And you know what? I don't blame you for walking away. I don't blame you for walking away from that person. And Virgos, in my opinion, y'all are too quick to give up. Y'all would rather fight with the person that loves you than fight with the person that's causing the problem. I don't understand it. Yeah. Abundant Light says, so true for the Aries. Both myself and my DM were struggling with personal issues that we allowed to sabotage the deep love that we shared. He's back with his karmic, and he recently reached out to me to speak his truth and profess his love for me. He's a Virgo. Yeah. Well, this is what I can tell you, that people are willing to go through things with you, but they're not willing to lose their life or have horrible things happen to their family. Okay, it ain't about showing somebody how much you can love them. Oh, I'll give this up for you. I'll give that up for you. And that's not especially being that a lot of twin flames don't run into each other until late in life. So that person and the people in their life, yeah, they were relevant, but I'm sorry, whenever a person meets a twin flame, it is time for people to back away and get out of the business and let those twins work out their problems with each other. That's just all it is to it. No matter what or how deep the problem is. You need to step away, quit telling people this, quit telling people that. Virgo, quit telling people to go and look out. Why would you go and send people to look out at your twin flame? For what? When you are right next to them all the time. Why in the hell would you need for somebody else to tell you something? Can you tell me about, what are they going to tell you? Are they going to tell you that your twin flame don't love you? Is that what they gonna tell you? And then wait a minute, for them to go through hell and high water with you, and for you to still doubt that they love you, you got some problems. Okay. Thank you, Abundant Light 911. And I am here to help the twin flames. I can tell you that it's not a good energy, Virgo. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to yell at you. I just feel very passionate about what I'm saying, because you can see where you're almost like George McFly. Remember on Back to the Future? Remember when George McFly was like, "Oh, I'll just give up," and his son had to say, "Wait a minute, why are you just giving up?" You know, he was literally getting ready to walk away from his whole family to where his children would have never been born. And it's like, no, you got to be stronger than that. So that's what a lot of y'all don't understand. A lot of Virgos are not fighters. Virgos are not fighters. They're lovers. Not yet. I'm going to do Aquarius in my second half. I got to take a quick break, drink some water, and you know, go to the ladies' room. But I'll be back to do the last half of this twin flame reading. So yeah, Virgo, you guys have really got to pay attention to that, okay? You guys have really, really, really got to pay attention to that. And you can't get mad at you. Like, you guys get mad at your twin flame because they don't want to be attacked. Well, of course they don't want to be attacked. And you can't go back and replace a memory. You can't just go and say, oh, because you know what? Here's the whole thing. It would be different if the situation stopped. But the fact that it continues to go on and you do nothing about it, and your twin flame is telling you, they're saying, hey, I'm at the end of my rope with this. I'm not going to continue to deal with this ever. Even the energy, even if you live in a different place, I still don't want to deal with the energy. Why are you not handling this situation, which needs to be handled? Your twin flame relationship is very important. Has it not been obvious how important it is? It's obviously very important. So anyway, I'm going to go on a quick break, guys, and then we're going to do Libra through Pisces, okay? We're going to, I'm going to play some, okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to play some, I'm going to play some music real quick while we're on break, and I will be right back.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः Om Ganganapataye Namo Namaha Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha Ganapati Bappa Moria. Ganapataye Namo Namaha Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha Mangalamurti Moria. Om Ganapataye Namo Namaha Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha Mangalamurti
Well, I mean, you guys, this is what I want to tell you. What I just described for the Virgos, literally, I mean, I need some counsel reading. Literally, it was like the hand that rocks the movie, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Y'all remember when Peyton was like, this is my family. She was just going to take this woman's whole family from her. And it's like, how do you do that? So anyway, guys, I am back. Let's go ahead and get the timestamp for the Libras, 1:32:20. All right, so Libras, you guys got the Hanging Man. So your twin flame is saying to you, I don't know. Or they are saying to you, I want to surrender my love to you, but I'm not exactly ready because this is scary for me. So they are scared. They're scared. Yes, Tawanda Vance. She was pretty much a psycho. Yes, she was. Rebecca De Mornay. She played the heck out of that role, didn't she, though? Ooh, I was like, good grief. We was watching that the other day, y'all. Okay. So I gotta get another incense because my incense is about to be done. I think which ones are these? Oh, good. I got some healing incense. Healing incense are always good. Okay. Yes, I am a firebug. Okay. So that's what I feel like your twin flame is saying. I also feel as though they are stuck between you and their family. Now twin flame, I'm sorry, not twin flame, Libra. Your twin flame seems to be a sacrificial lamb. They are the sacrificial lamb. They're almost like Jesus. Okay, it's sad, but it's the truth. They might be somebody's sacrifice. So if your twin flame is somebody else's sacrifice, what you gonna do except for fight for them? Okay, or fight with them. One or the other. Spirit guys, give me some clarity on the Hanging Man. So this is a totally different situation. See how the Three of Coins? Look at that. Oh my God, the same exact reading as the Virgo. So a lot of you are possibly either dealing with an earth sign, another air sign, or a fire sign. Possibly the same scenario. Let's flip them upright. Probably the same scenario. Probably the same. Ooh, I have not taken my allergy medicine today, y'all. I need to go on and take that. Because my throat is starting to itch. Anyway. Same, maybe similar situation is going on for the Libras. The only difference is that I believe that it's possibly your twin flame's family. This is definitely a family member. It's either a family member, whoever this is. Feel like your twin flame is like the black sheep of the family. It's sad and as warped as it sounds. You know, it's sad and as warped as it sounds. That's what I can sense. And I can sense this third party not wanting you to get involved with their sacrifice. Okay. That it just, I hate to tell you, but there's some people, they're just, you know, for some reason in their family, they're regarded almost as Jesus, to where they're supposed to just step in front of all of the negative energy and take responsibility for everything. They have to take responsibility for everything. So that's a pretty big thing to be happening. But I also feel as though there is some kind of third party, but I feel like the third party would be that person's mother. Third party would possibly be that person's mother, or either their father, either the mother or the father or both. Clarify this Queen of Swords, please. Okay. Up, you guys got the Three of Cups. So I feel like your twin flame is telling you that right now they may be going through some things because of that. I don't feel that Libra did that though, like for some reason, and it's not a competition, but I don't feel that Libra is responsible for that. I feel like it's somebody else. Okay, so unlike, and you know, even though Libra could help out the situation, in which it seems like they are, going back to the Virgo reading, the difference between the Libra and the Virgo reading is that the Libra is at least trying to be proactive. The Virgo wasn't really trying to help. See, this is kind of what the Virgo reminds me of in this reading. There was a video that I saw on Facebook. There was two women fighting. He sat there and recorded it. Hey, what's up, BB Visions? So instead of this man breaking up the fight, he sits there and he records these two women fighting over him. For some reason, to an insecure man, that makes them feel wonderful. And again, this is an insecure man. Insecure men turn me off. I will refuse to fight over a man, especially if he's sitting up there, if I know for a fact that he is playing us back and forth. Oh my God, this no. Heck to the no. I don't care who you are. If you my twin flame, bye. I'll see you later when you ain't on that BS, because I have the right to be a woman. I don't want to be fighting in a vehicle. I don't want to be fighting and that's not like, what in the world is that? But did y'all see that? Did y'all see that video on Facebook? It was real ratchet. And I bet you that guy in that video. So that's the difference. I don't feel like Libra is necessarily causing it. I feel like Libra is trying to help the situation. As opposed to the Virgo, for some reason, Virgos are wanting the chaos. So you feel good having two people fighting over you. You feel good. Whatever. So you guys got the same, almost the same exact reading as the Virgo. The only difference is that Virgos are basking in the ambience, okay? Now, I will tell you that I'm not necessarily seeing, and you know what, another thing, I'm not seeing Libras doing any harm to their twin flame either. I see others doing harm, and I see Virgos. Virgos are really, they're trying to punish, they're being narcissistic. So if you're twin flames with a Virgo right now, they may be dealing with the demon narcissist. I stand up to that demon every time, every single time, as hard as it is. With my twin flame, it is never, I will never, ever, ever let him lie to me or himself. No way. I'm going to always speak the truth. I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if you threaten me, whatever. Threaten me, do whatever you got to do. But that's the one time when you should be able to be honest. Okay. Anna, I'm sorry. I can't really explain that right now because I'm in the middle of a reading. I'll go over that at the end of the reading. Okay. Anna's like, what is a twin flame? All right. Final advice for the Libras for July. Okay. So the Lovers comes up. Oh, that's what it is. And see, it's also their brother or sister. It's a close family friend. This is sibling love. So a lot of people, I'm not trying to be nasty, but the Lovers represents love between two siblings sometimes. Okay. But I feel like with the Lovers coming up, I do feel as though your lover is going to make that leap of faith. I do see that. Your twin flame is going to do that, whoever that is. They are either Sagittarius. They could be an earth sign. They could be. But I would say the energy that I can see mostly is definitely Sagittarius, a water sign, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a fire sign. Or it could be another air sign. Okay. So I can see some happy reunions happening with Libras and their twin flames this month. Oh, God. Guys, I'm starting to get congested. Because of my allergies. Give me a second. That's another thing I need to do. It's not right here. I don't have my little stuff playing in the background.
Is way up here, and we are operating way down here. We are not going to survive.
Okay, guys, here we go. Believe it or not, this flute meditation music actually helps with my allergies. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Carol. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Scorpios. 14325 is you guys' number, and you guys actually got the King of Coins. So the King of Coins means that your twin flame is saying to you, I want to give you stability. We need to build together. Okay, I definitely feel as though your twin flame is an earth sign. They are talking to you a lot about money and possible emotional spending that Scorpios might be doing. But it's not that they're trying to be extra critical. They're trying to look out for you. No, I haven't had any dairy. Actually, dairy helps clear out my congestion. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. But I haven't had any dairy today. No, I've just drank water. In fact, I'm literally going to take my allergy medicine right now. I'm literally going to take it right now. Give me a second, Scorpio. So I'm not sitting here. Because what it does is it's like a tickle. We all take allergy medicine in this house. My son takes it. My younger son takes it because we all have allergies. So as soon as I take it, that little tickle that I'm feeling, I am actually not allergic to dairy, guys. I'm not. In fact, I need dairy in my diet because otherwise I wouldn't get enough iodine. So there's certain stuff that's in milk that nutritionally I need that I can't get from other sources. Okay. All right, guys, I took my allergy medicine. It'll kick in about 10 minutes. Okay, so spirit guides, give me some clarity on the King of Coins and just show me more of what is going on for the Scorpios. Okay. They may not necessarily be ready to get married right now, but I feel like what your twin flame is saying to you, Scorpio, in July is, I feel like they are saying to you, I am trying to get away from a lifestyle that I used to live. So whereas they used to be about that life, Scorpio, now they're not. They want to change their life around. I bet you the pollen count is extremely high. How much y'all want to bet? Let me check. Because I can tell because I'll just start, my nose will itch, my ears, the inside of my ears will itch. All right, I'll check that. Okay. So I feel like what your lover is saying is that they are ready to move past their maybe not. Hold on a minute. Where in the heck is the freaking okay, normally, yep, it's high pollen today. Today is high. Tomorrow it'll be moderate. Ugh, I hate allergies. Exactly, Tawanda. When is it not high? I can tell. Just, and I feel like it got worse when the sun, when that you know, as the sun beams down or whatever, it gets worse. Yeah. So I started kind of feeling hay fever. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and take my medicine because I already know. Otherwise, I'll just be going all day, just. And that's not good for you because I've actually set up here and I've actually set up here and gotten sinus infections by doing that. So that's not good for you to do that. I've got some tussin in there too that I'll probably take a little bit later. Go ahead and thin that stuff up because it will kind of make you feel a little blocked. And I like to be able to breathe. Okay, yeah. It's so weird how sensitive I am to medicines. Like it only take like a few minutes to start working in me. Okay, so anyway, guys, Scorpio, your twin flame lover is saying to you right now, I am trying to make up my mind. I am trying to get away from confusion. I'm making a choice between the lifestyle that I used to live and the lifestyle that I now want to live with you. And I want to get married, but I do have negative opinions and thoughts about marriage or some twisted ideas about marriage, but eventually marriage is going to be something that they will bring up. Spirit, give me some clarity or advice on the Four of Wands reversed. See, the Nine of Coins. So I feel like your twin flame this month is definitely going to choose, possibly they may not be ready to get married, but they are ready to live together. And a lot of times people will become confused about that. So they'll say, well, why don't you want to marry me? Why do you want to just live together? Well, it's because they just want to be close to you. Well, why do they want to be close to me? Because they love you. Well, why do they love me? So it's like it just goes on and on. So Scorpio, the reason why they're talking about moving in together and not getting married is because they probably either have been married before, they've been divorced. So they feel like marriage is sort of like a hex on the relationship, kind of. So that's why they haven't been interested in getting married. But they do enjoy the relationship between the two of you, and they do want you to know how you have changed their life, how you've changed their life for the better. Okay. Now, you may be going through some difficulty right now, Scorpio, with your twin flame relationship, but I feel like this is going to be the ultimate message in July. And I can sense that a lot of you are possibly going to either meet them for the first time in July, or either you're going to reunite with them in July of 2018. Okay, Scorpio. So Scorpio's got a really good prognosis, but you can tell that the Two of Swords, not prognosis, but readout or forecast for July, but you can tell that the relationship that you have with each other, it's getting better, it's building, it's getting stronger. Okay, they are either an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. They could be an air sign, which would be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or they could be fire energy. Okay, I'm not really seeing another water sign because I feel like a lot of you Scorpios are kind of looking outside of your element. I feel like earth energy is perfect for water signs. If you just go with what you're feeling and not what other people are telling you, then you'll be okay with your relationships ultimately. And that goes for everybody. That goes for everybody, okay? Okay, if you guys are placing orders right now while I'm live, just give me a couple of hours and I will get you followed up with. I'll send you the link, my booking link. Okay, guys, I gotta mute real quick. I will be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I'm so sorry about that. I had to go to the little girl's room and I had to mute real quick. Okay, so I had Indian food last night, by the way. And I've been drinking a lot of water. So, okay, I'm back, guys. Okay. We're going to move on to the Sagittariuses, and you guys' number is going to be 15703. Okay, so you guys got the 7 of Cups. So what your twin flame is saying to you is, I am not sure. I am confused. They may be saying that they're confused. They may be saying that they're not ready for the relationship emotionally. Okay, now the 7 of Cups showing up also points to whether or not there are, I feel like this is where moral judgments might be coming into play within the situation. So there may be some kind of issue in the relationship to where somebody may not necessarily agree with what the other person does for a living. Hey, Charlotte, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, Louise. And I think I welcomed everybody. If I forgot you, let me know and I'll welcome you. Okay, so the 7 of Cups, Spirit Guides, give me some clarity on the 7 of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess reversed, and then the 5 of Swords reversed. So right off the bat, I can already tell that there's a trust issue. The High Priestess showing up in the reading represents that there's some kind of trust issue for the Sagittariuses. The reason why the High Priestess is in the reverse position is because spirits are saying that somebody is keeping secrets, somebody's hiding something. So it seems like your twin flame lover, Sagittarius, is probably either a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, in that order, or they are a fire energy just like you, or they are a air sign. So it could be either one of those signs, or it could be in their chart. But what they are saying to you is, I feel that there's something that you're hiding from me. So I am not ready to do much of anything, you know. So there's a lot of, I feel like in the month of July, there's a lot of confusion surrounding the relationship. Things are kind of up in the air. They're not really going anywhere. And it's because your twin flame, you know, their intuition is telling them something, that you're keeping something from them. And the 5 of Swords in the reverse position, it does represent where there is some kind of conflict between the two of you that has been ongoing, that probably is not going to be resolved in the month of July. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Go vegan retro. And you know what? Mercury is about to go back into retrograde, which to me, I'm ready for it. I'm going to talk about Mercury retrograde, guys. So that'll be somewhat what I'll be getting into because, you know, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so you can definitely see that that's what they're saying to you in this reading, at least from what I'm getting. And so if this person is your twin flame, they may not necessarily agree with what you do morally for a living. It's some things that they might be making some moral judgments about you or you about them. Okay. And then also the High Priestess in the reverse position, it does represent where somebody is not necessarily, I don't want to say that they've got conflict. That's all that I can say, because the High Priestess, what she normally represents is certain things, somebody trusting you with their secrets, somebody trusting you with their information, and your twin flame is not doing that. They're not. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot of you Sagittarius. The love of your life, your twin flame, will not even tell you where they live. They don't even want you to know where they live. They gave you a P.O. box, or either the other way around. I'm not even joking with you. They're hiding. They're somewhat in their shell. The High Priestess is a Cancer. This is the Cancer. And so in the upright position, the High Priestess by themselves, you know, they're keeping secrets from you. They're revealing secrets to you. They're, you know, the energy's flowing. But in the reverse position, she's in her shell. So this is when your crapster has went into their shell. Okay. And if it's a fire sign, they're sort of doing the same thing. The only difference is that they're probably being a little bit more verbally abusive than what your Cancer is being. If you got a fire sign, this person is possibly sneak dissing you, but trying to tell you straight up. They're like trying to tell you how they feel in so many words, in so many ways. So they're not necessarily being upfront with you about it, or they could be very upfront with you if they're a fire or an air sign. But it's definitely some arguments that are happening this month. Okay. The song that I was playing through the break was a Ganesh mantra. Let me link it to you guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Ganesh mantras. Okay, there you go. All right, final advice for the Sagittariuses, or final forecast. What do you want Sagittariuses to know about this situation? Well, the Six of Wands comes up. It's projected that a lot of you Sagittariuses, you know, either, I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all, Sagittarius, y'all was supposed to have worked this issue out in June. Here you are in July. So this was supposed to be worked out in June. So a lot of you, I can see up to 6 months of trying to work this out. And it does have something to do with a trust issue. It really does. They don't feel that they can trust you. So you can tell that maybe this month there could have been some kind of reunion for the Sagittariuses, but it might be August, or I don't know why I can see 6 months from now. So, you know, yeah. So maybe there's going to be some kind of separation, or maybe it's going to take that long to work out whatever this issue is. But I don't know why, with the Six of Wands being in the reverse position, I kind of feel as though you would almost have to make a complete 180, Sagittarius, for this to work out any sooner. Which means that you would have to change something that you're doing. Okay, or maybe they have to change something that they're doing. But I don't know why. I feel like your spirit guides are talking to you, because this Knight of Wands came up. Hey, Wanda S. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Toby. Hi. Welcome to the chat. So, yeah, Sagittarius, y'all need some help, because I feel like you guys, there's some kind of emotional blockage from trauma that I can sense that the Sagittariuses are going through. For a majority of the Sagittariuses, past childhood traumas is what is interfering in your twin flame relationship. Okay? And you guys need to work that out. You need to work that out. You need to figure out how to work that out. Now, you can tell that there is some healing that is needed, but why do I feel like your twin flame has sort of recoiled from you? They've sort of backed off of you. But I mean, that energy is but maybe you need to go through it on your own. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I'm still kind of up in the air with that with the Sagittarius. And so naturally, this twin flame thing would be a challenge for a Sagittarius. Naturally, it would be. So I feel like I need to do individual readings for each zodiac sign having to do with your twin flame. And I will have those going up on the channel as to what the obstacle is with your twin flame relationship, because you know, a lot of you, the problem is that number one, Sagittarius is you guys can't surrender emotionally to the situation. And the reason why is because you're traumatized. You've got that emotional blockage. And if your twin flame, if it's flipped the other way, if it's your twin flame that has that, then it's got to be you. It's got to be the both of you. It's got to be a reason why you guys were brought together for some reason. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't live my life in vain. That's living your life in vain. That, like, when you accept coincidences like that, then I feel like that's a very vain way of living, because there are no coincidences. So it's something is special is going on between you and that person. You're confused about it. And then money is playing a big aspect of it. Materialism is messing it up too. But materialism plays a huge role with people that have been traumatized in their childhood. Some kind of emotional trauma that is affecting the relationship. You can tell. And also affecting other areas of Sagittarius's life. So, yeah. So I feel like that's their message for you in July. But I kind of feel like if you don't start to change your energy, Sagittarius, then that situation could take at least 6 months to work out. And maybe that's a good thing, because maybe it normally takes you longer. Maybe it normally takes you longer, Sagittarius, than that. Who knows? So you guys can come to me for individual twin flame counseling. You can get a twin flame and individualized twin flame reading, because these are just general readings. You can get that on the website, and I've got a new feature to where you can choose which deck you want me to use for your reading. So especially with my video readings, people have really been enjoying that. So that's actually been pretty cool. All right, moving on. We're going to move on to the Capricorns. You guys' lucky number is 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 59 seconds. And you guys got the Sun card. So Capricorn, your twin flame is saying to you right now in the month of July, I love the connection. I love the energy that you bring to me. Are they ready to settle down and make a commitment? Probably not just yet. Okay. So I feel like what the Sun card is saying is to just enjoy the situation, Capricorn. Even if you guys had struggle in the past and now in July you're doing better, don't go down the same road where you've went down before. Possibly it was the road of insecurity, to where you felt like, where are we going? And we have to put a label on this. Because a lot of the times, I mean, you can tell that your twin flame is either an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, and probably a Leo. What they just want to do is enjoy the relationship. They're not even trying to get involved with all that complication. Spirit guides, give me some clarity on the Sun card. So that's what they're saying to you, but probably some other stuff. Okay, the 9 of Wands. The 4 up. Oh, they do. Oh, okay. We'll see. They are like, they are considering marriage in the situation. But I feel like the 9 of Wands comes up and it represents, do you, Capricorn? Who cares if, because you know what's going to end up happening as soon as you're happy with your relationship, all of a sudden, all your friends, all of a sudden they engaged. Now, ain't that something, Capricorn? Really? You're engaged. All of a sudden, they coming out the woodworks with rings that they probably purchased for themselves. Hello? So all of a sudden, you can tell that a lot of you Capricorns got them frenemies and stuff. All of a sudden, or it could just be something that happens. It could just be a test. All of a sudden, all your friends is engaged to be married, and your man or your woman just want to date. And you like, oh, I'm in such a hurry. Okay. Oh, that's cool, Anna. That's cool. So thank you for watching. So what I can see is, for a lot of you guys, you do got some, I feel like this is also your in-laws. So the 9 of Wands is the in-laws as well. But you can tell that there is possibly, they may be still getting a divorce at this point. So some of you Capricorns might be dealing with somebody that's going through a divorce, and maybe that's why. And so that can be difficult if you're dealing with somebody that's going through a divorce, then you got to be very strong if you're dealing with somebody going through divorce. Feel like a lot of you, your twin flame definitely is either a fire sign or either an air sign. Spirit guides, why the 2 of Swords? So there's some decisions that they're making. Oh, Temperance. So I kind of see the problem. Okay, at face value, it looks pretty good. The problem is, and I can tell by looking at this, is that a lot of you are dealing with a situation to where there's Temperance represents codependency. So your twin flame is possibly codependent on someone that helps them make their decisions. And that is not good. Never, ever, not when it comes to my love life. Nobody will ever make that decision for me except for me. No way. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't allow because look, you are the one that, I mean, it's okay for people to point out things that might be a deal breaker with that person. Okay. If it's something that you can't live with, then okay, fine. But for somebody to actually make that decision for you, like, that's not the best thing to do. Now, I will, to be fair, Capricorn, you guys might have some issues with doing that. Capricorn, you guys may have some issues to where you are not really sure either. I would rather somebody make their own decisions if they were not sure than for me to try to force that decision on somebody. For me, I'm the type of lover, but every lover isn't like this. Some lovers enjoy dominating. They don't mind their lover only being there because they're being dominated. No, okay? A lot of people don't like that. So the Temperance is Sagittarius. So especially if you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius, there is some problems that are being created with the Sagittarius. Same thing. Go and reference, if you are a Capricorn and you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Go look at the reading that I just did for the Sagittarius. Go look at their timestamp. Okay, and go to it. So you'll be able to see it there. Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay. So I feel like it's the exact situation, specifically if it's a Sagittarius, or it could be a Sagittarius that's being extra controlling and dominant. So your twin flame may or may not be a Sagittarius, but I can sense a controlling and dominant codependent Sagittarius. Okay. Get into it. I get that from this guy that I like watching. What is his name? God Eye Media. He is so hilarious. Get into it. Yeah, that's what's happening. Though I'm just telling y'all, and it can be really, really difficult. You know, Sagittariuses, they definitely seem like very strong people. But to be honest with you, from what I've noticed from them in general, is that they do have a hard time with allowing others to control them. Okay, I know a lot of Sagittarius are like, what? No way. Yeah, you. Yes way. Yes way. And I've seen people take advantage of them. I've seen Sagittariuses believe some of the most weirdest things. And it's like, you didn't know that they was lying to you. So I've actually had Sagittariuses do that. Okay, I'm serious. Like in my personal life, in my personal life, that I have actually dealt with people being able to just tell Sagittarius anything and they'll just go with it. They'll just accept it. And even if it's not the truth, it's like, yeah, but it's not the truth though. So it's a representation of a lie, of what a liar told you. So I've actually had issues with that. And I'm still, well, not even still having issues with it, because this person, they only talk about me every once in a while, I guess, but they're a Sagittarius. And because of their need to not accept the bad discernment. So I feel like a lot of you Capricorns are possibly dealing with a fire sign, in particular a Sagittarius or an air sign, which would either be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in that order. They're allowing other people to control their mind, and it controls the relationship sort of. So a lot of you, especially those of you that have been in longer term twin flame connections, that's a huge problem with this person, to the point where they got divorced because of that. That's why they're getting a divorce, and they still don't get it. I tried to tell one, I've actually had I've had one Sagittarius. This person went the heck off of me during a reading, because I told this person the truth. I said, listen, I said, you are creating a lot of this that you're dealing with. And like, literally, I mean, these people came to this person with it was a flim-flam story. You could tell that it was outlandish. You could tell that it was obviously a lie. You could tell that it had nothing to do with anything that was real. And this person believed it and totally screwed up the course of the next 3 years of my life. Like, my life was negatively affected by it. And so I can imagine that a lot of you Capricorns have felt the same way, because I am a Cancer with a Leo rising. Leos and Sagittarius are very different. Very different. With a Virgo moon. So that energy is something that I am not used to. Okay. And then to go a little bit deeper into the dynamic of it, your Sagittarius the problem is that they always have to be in the right, and they always have to win. So what they'll do is they'll go and they will dig up stuff. Like, you know how like a cat will go and dig up stuff out the yard? They will go and dig up stuff and dig up that same exact lie that they were told, just so that they can use it against you, so that it'll make them feel better about themselves and about what they're doing to you. So in order for them to justify the mistakes that they are making in that moment, they'll go back and they'll say, well, you did this anyway. Well, wait a minute. That was a lie. I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. You did it. You know you did it. So I've dealt with a Virgo that was a Sag rising, and trust me, y'all do that. Okay, and that's something that and will accuse you of doing that. But that's something that a Leo wouldn't do. I don't ever do that. I'm one of the most honest people that you will ever meet. I'm one of the, like, I told y'all that I have never seen, like, there's a couple of signs that I have seen do this: Virgo, Sagittarius, and the Libra. You can be sitting there admitting to the mistake that you made, and they'll be calling you a liar. So it's almost like they're tuning you out. They're not even listening to you. How do you ever expect to resolve your issues when you don't even listen to the other person? And I'm talking about the Sagittariuses or whoever this applies for this Capricorn reading. Yeah. Oh, Tawanda said her sister's a Sag, Virgo, Moon, and Cancer rising. Ooh. That's not a bad combination, though. It seems like that would be a highly balanced. If it was an air sign up there, that seemed like somebody that would be kind of balanced. Exactly. Will lie to kick it. It's what I call lying to kick it. Oh, yeah, well, this person said this about you anyway. It's like, yeah, but that person was lying. Oh, but now that I'm angry at you, that person isn't lying. So there's always this disconnect, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. That it's going to be hard for you to have a relationship with anybody that's going to flourish under those circumstances. So if that's something that you do, then just face it and clear it up. You know, Sagittarius is another thing. They have a hard time admitting their faults and their mistakes. I know this for a fact. That's why that one came up. That's why all this fire energy. I can tell that a lot of Capricorns are dealing with Sagittariuses. Either in your personal life, either they're your twin flame, or either they're friends with your twin flame, or either they're cool, or either they're the mother of your twin flame, or the sister of your twin flame, one or the other. Something like that is going on. What's the mommy syndrome, BB Visions? What is that? Because I've heard of daddy issues, but you know what? I've seen people with mommy syndrome, but you don't hear people talking about that too much. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to attack nobody. I'm letting you know what you're doing that could possibly be screwing up your relationships. So that is what I am here. I am a fix-it. I don't come with problems. I come with solutions. So if I were to do a reading on you and I were to look at your relationship and I were to say, because I've done this before, I've done readings on people and I'll tell them straight up. I say, hey, listen, this is what I can see that you're doing. And and a lot of people, for the most part, they'll go, you know what, you're right. I do that. I do. And I need to improve upon that. But a lot of people, and I found that it is mainly fire signs who have a hard time accepting what they do. So you can see that you're dealing with somebody that's having a hard time accepting the mistakes that they make. So that can be difficult. And that's what you're dealing with, possibly a lot of you with your twin flame relationship. Now, they may be getting to a point because they're still married. That's what it is. A lot of y'all are still dealing with somebody that's still married because of some kind of codependency. Why are they still married? They've been separated or living under separate conditions for the past probably at least 5 years, at least. But for some reason, they have not filed those divorce papers and they're still connected. It's because of codependency. It's because they are afraid to let go. So a lot of you probably are dealing with that. And it sucks because Capricorn, you're ready to start building to the point where Capricorns, you guys want somebody that you can build a home with. You want somebody to where you can have that picket fence and you can get a pool built in and all that stuff. You ready to build But see, they're still boggled down by their ex, and that sucks. So a lot of you Capricorns, you like, shoot, well, I mean, I love you, but I need somebody that I can build with, because evidently they're kind of not on the same page as you also. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like you can have wonderful things, like the energy that you produce with your twin flame. Bless you, Jacob. The energy that you deal with your twin flame is just so amazing, and you can move mountains with that energy. But then your twin flame, they off somewhere still BSing around. Okay. And you know that you can have all these things, you can build these one, but they're not ready for that. So that's the problem. And part of the reason could be that they're still connected with their ex, or either they're highly connected to their mother, or either their father or something. It's like they're sort of immature. And I do feel heavily that a lot of you are dealing with Sagittarius. Instant attraction, definitely can tell that that is your twin flame, absolutely. But the problem is that they got issues. The other problem is, do they know how to deal with and face those issues? Probably not. Go look it up. I think I did that. I think I did the reading on the Sagittarius, the dark side of your zodiac sign. And that was one of the things about the Sagittariuses. So that's one thing that I noticed that stands out for me. And that's a big major problem. So, you know, that's just, yeah. You can see that they're going through it right now. So go back. If you are a Capricorn that's dealing with a twin flame that's a Sag, go back to their timestamp, okay? 22828 is the number for the Aquariuses. That's a nice number for the Aquariuses. All right, you guys got the Ace of Cups. So your twin flame definitely looks like, for a lot of the Aquariuses that I am reading for initially, this is a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. They're telling you definitely, Aquarius, that they are healed, or either they are going through the healing process. They're probably telling you that you need to heal from something. So we're going to clarify this Ace of Cups. Spirit guides, give me some clarity on the Ace of Cups for the Aquariuses. Okay, pretty cut and dry. The Six of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So I feel as though a lot of you Aquariuses are going to get offers from your twin flame to relocate this month. I feel like they're going to be talking about relocating, or either freeing themselves of a bad job. Okay, they're either going to be freeing themselves of a negative job, or either a negative group of people. And they're going to want you, I feel like they're going to be asking you to go with them, Aquarius. I feel like they're going to be saying to you, hey, let's just go. Now, whether or not Aquarius is going to accept that or not is going to be up to the Aquarius. I feel like your twin flame, they are possibly moving. I feel like it's either physically a physical move to where they're going to move to a different state, a different neighborhood. They are ready to move forward. Doesn't mean Aquarius is ready. This is just what they are. This is their message to you. Now, another thing is that you can tell that there's some difficulty. There's a situation that is very negative. You can tell that, and it does have something to do with the relationship or people that have gotten involved in your relationship. And so your twin flame is saying to you this month, hey, look here, listen, I got to get away from this situation. I'm tired of it. Okay, I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to move forward. What you gonna do? Are you moving backwards, or are you moving forwards? Okay, that is what they are saying to you. A card fell out. See, the King of Wands is in the reverse position. There's a very negative and sinister fire sign. This is either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They seem to have done a great deal of mental and emotional damage to the relationship that you guys have. And so I feel like your twin flame is ready to let that person go. Now, your twin flame could possibly be a fire sign. They could either be air, fire, or water, one or the other, Aquarius, okay? What spirits to verify the energy on this King of Wands? What energy is surrounding this King of Wands? And what message? Oh, look at that. Okay, what message does the King of Wands bring to the reading? The Moon card tried to show itself, but the Devil came out. The Devil in the reverse, in the inverted position. I feel like this is somebody that feels an intense, I mean, God, oh, it's awful. They feel an intense need to control your partner or you or the relationship. They feel that the relationship must be under their thumb or their foot. If it's not, then it's, and so your twin flame Pisces, they are ready to move away from that situation. I'm sorry, not Pisces, Aquarius. Pisces too, possibly. Because that's funny how I said Pisces. This is the breeding for the Aquarius, okay? Now, you can also see where this person, whoever this fire sign person is, there is an even more sinister spirit behind that fire sign, okay? And that's where it's some kind of bondage. So I do feel as though for a lot of you Aquariuses, you may be in bondage. You're having a really, really hard time seeing yourself outside of that situation. Somebody is having a hard time seeing themselves outside of that situation. It's almost like it's almost like, I don't know why I can feel, it feels like Pinhead or somebody. It feels like Pinhead or somebody. So Aquarius is not necessarily ready to break away or to break free from that bondage. But I feel like your twin flame is going to do it with you or without you, Aquarius, because I mean, this whole masochism thing, you can tell that it's got something to do with it's where the Aquariuses are not trying to have like a new beginning from the pain. The pain is actually quite refreshing for them for some reason. So they hold themselves and they keep themselves in that bondage. But the problem is that Aquarius is not really manifesting what they want while they're in that situation. So it's going to have to be either or. If you're going to accept being in that kind of bondage and being bound up like that, you're going to have to accept everything that comes along with that. And that means that there may not be, like, I can sense that it ain't no money. It's like some kind of money or financial problem. Okay, so it might be some kind of financial difficulty that is leading to as well, because do y'all know that there is the bondage of poverty? Did y'all know that there are some people that that are dealing with the bondage of poverty? Spirit guides, it got real quiet. Spirit guides, final advice for the Aquarius is, so I feel like your twin flame is ready to break free of that. See, the Six of Cups comes up. It's in the reverse position. This is where it's a struggle. I can sense that there is a struggle that is connected to either the relationship or either it could be whatever it is. I can tell you that your situation, Aquarius, it reminds your twin flame possibly too much of their childhood. They're trying to heal their inner child, and they're not really trying to deal with that. They're really not trying to deal with all of that. So they are asking you, they're saying, let's go. Let's leave. But you know how you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So it don't really matter what location your Aquarius is in, to be honest with you. So if you're cross-watching, then thank you, BB Visions. Yep, it's some kind of yeah, I can sense that. And it's so just because you get away from that person doesn't mean that you're going to be free of them in their mind. So in order for you know how they say free your mind and the rest will follow? That's what Aquariuses are going to have to do. They're going to have to free their minds first, and then they'll be able to go to a different place and exist somewhere else outside of that current reality that they're in. So it's all about freeing your mind, and it's inbred too deep. This is another thing I want to tell you, that sometimes when it comes to childhood trauma, and I'm not even going to really speak on what I can see in this reading for some of you, but sometimes people, they will begin to embrace that part of it, which is why a lot of people are into certain dark energies. Let's just put it like that. BDSM, you know, weird black magic, sex magic, black evil, sadistic, sadism, Satanism. You know, this is why people get into stuff like that, because it can feel very healing, but it's actually not. I think that the best thing for the Aquarius is to definitely step outside of that reality, to where their inner child is constantly hurting. So I can sense that a lot of you Aquariuses, you have not healed your inner child. And y'all know what? I'm not even joking with y'all. What movie helped me heal? It was a movie that helped me. Movies can be helpful because it's almost like sometimes looking at yourself. But that movie called Insidious, the last chapter, with how they showed Elise growing up as a psychic medium, or as a, you know, and they kind of showed how the struggle that she went through growing up. Okay. Yeah. So I think that that can definitely help, especially because a lot of times there are some people that the traumas that they go through as a child, they just keep reliving it. They just keep reliving that trauma over and over again. And what they do is they will develop these alternate realities around it. But it's still to where they stay in that tragedy, they stay in that trauma, and they don't actually heal from it. I told Tawanda said, I told Aquarius he was masochistic and it was disturbing. It can be, you know, exactly. It's where it's almost like they get addicted to the healing cycle. They get addicted to healing. The actual physical or the experience of healing is kind of what they get addicted to. See, as a Cancer, I can understand that. But the further and the further that you get away from that memory, the better, as opposed to continuously remembering it and setting up certain scenarios that will remind you of it. And I'm not even going to go there, because I talk to people about some pretty deep and disturbing things. Okay, I do readings for incest survivors. Okay, so I can definitely sense that for a lot of you Aquariuses, you may be a survivor of incest, or maybe you're trying to heal from that. Okay, so, you know, like I said to people, these readings are not for entertainment purposes at all. I do apologize if I triggered anybody. But, you know, I mean, obviously you're already triggered, possibly if you're here, who knows? So what I will tell you is that whatever it is, it's a trigger, but it triggers some kind of weird pleasure center. And your twin flame is not matched with that. They are pleasured by pleasure. They're not pleasured by things that are bad. And I'm going to tell you something. I am a water sign and I love scary movies. I love different dark things about the occult, and I love the darkness. You know, as far as like when it gets dark outside, you know, there's a lot of people that get afraid when it gets dark outside. For me, I'm not afraid of the dark. So I don't have a problem with that, but it's just, you know, to transcend beyond that is something that you may want to focus on, is all I'm saying, you know. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to move on because I'm starting to talk too much about that I feel like I'm starting to ramble a little bit. Okay. So last but not least, we got the Pisces. And you guys is 2:42:38. 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 38 seconds. You guys got the Page of Cups. So I feel like your twin flame is communicating with you. I feel like they're telling you how they feel. They're telling you what they feel. They're communicating a lot to you. They're telling you the good and the bad. They're saying, I feel a connection with you. I want to be with you. I'm in love with you. If you're not feeling well, I'm not feeling. Excuse me. If you're not feeling well, I'm not feeling well. So they're definitely communicating a lot about how they feel to you. Okay. Let's do some clarity because I feel like they're not just communicating the good stuff. They're also communicating the bad stuff. See what I tell y'all. You got the King of Swords reversed. You got the Hermit reversed, and you got the Strength reversed. So Pisces, what your twin flame is telling you, now let me tell you, your twin flame is either a very intuitive water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or another Pisces, or they are a very intuitive air sign, which would be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, or they could be an earth sign. Okay. And the thing of it is that they could possibly be an insecure earth sign. It's a possibility. But let me just tell you what I can sense. I can sense them communicating something with you, something that they're picking up on through the spirit. So guys, a lot of you guys, you take everything that people say way too literal. Sometimes you got to look at the spiritual meaning of what a person is saying. Pisces, your twin flame lover is getting a lot of negative feedback in the spirit from communication, from either social media. This could be a person or it could be a spirit. So these thoughts they manifest within your twin flame and they're telling you. And so you probably think they're crazy. You probably think they're crazy, but that's not what's going on. They're picking up on your spirit. They're picking up on spirits that are around you. Okay. Anna, if you need a private reading, just go to the link below. Is in the video description box, TarotQueenJamila.thedivinemommy.com. I'll link it in the chat as well. Here you go. And guys, when I'm live, in order to see the links in the chat, just collapse the box. I know that you guys probably don't want to do that because it's going to open up my website, but there's my website. Okay. So just to let you guys know, there's some communication that is coming through, and it is somewhat earthbound because this is why the Hermit is coming up reverse. Now, first of all, this person is communicating with you that they are your twin flame because they can feel through the spirit what you feel. So you have a really huge impact on them and the people around you. So this person right here feels like a very cantankerous person. And this person, I feel like they kind of, the energy that I'm getting is that they kind of bully. You're welcome, Anna. They kind of bully you. They're kind of bullying you or something, like in the spirit. So I feel like your twin flame is possibly telling you that, you know, I feel all this love for you, but, you know, mentally I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling sort of dizzy, kind of out of breath. And then I'm feeling smothered at the same time. The relationship is making them feel very smothered, possibly, which is why the Hermit is coming up. And that's why they've kind of been a little standoffish. But they are telling you how much they love you, but there's some obstacles. I can really, really sense that, Pisces, you need to do a better job protecting your relationship. You need to, there's a bubble love that is supposed to go around you and your twin. Yeah, they are cantankerous. Yes, they are. You can tell that they have some kind of personal vendetta. You can also tell that a lot of you Pisces are possibly dealing with an earth sign, and they've sort of went off into their shell. Earth sign is in particular a Virgo. They are very sensitive, very sensitive. Earth sign people are possibly more sensitive than water sign people, to be honest with you. And that's why they're sort of standoffish. They're kind of keeping their distance because there's a really, really, really negative spirit here. Who is this negative spirit? Give me more info about them. The Strength card comes up because they're feeling drained. They're saying this stuff has been draining me. And you can't just say, well, why are you letting it do that? Well, I thought y'all was supposed to have each other's back. Clearly, this person is, and I feel like it's a negative energy or entity that is connected to the Pisces. Spirit, give me some clarity on the King of Swords. And it could be vice versa. Okay, so the Ace of Wands comes up in the reverse position. So this is somebody, this is an ex that wanted to come back. That's trying to come back. And it's been at least a year since it's been over. This is either a year or 10 years ago. This is somebody that's been holding on for 10 years. And 1 to 10 years, this person has been holding on for like a decade or more. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Hermit reverse. So we're just going to clarify all three of these cards. So the Three of Coins. So I feel as though for some of you, there is a very, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Isolated, a very isolated Virgo or other earth sign. Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you something, Pisces. You got somebody attacking your relationships, and they are hiding very, very deeply. They're hiding. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Strength reverse. Really, really attacking your twin flame relationship. Up, there goes the Six of Cups. So this, I feel as though there's been a struggle within your twin flame dynamic, and it does have something to do with outside influences, but also internal influences as well. So you can see where somebody, needs to heal from a previous relationship. Why is it that your twin flame is telling you that they want to get back with you? They love you so much, Pisces. They want to be with you, but they cannot deal with either this King of Swords or either this Hermit. They cannot. Go Vegan said reptilians. They cannot do it. And you know what? The thought of that person, like it, what I can sense is that this energy literally makes your twin flame lover feel physically ill. It's a very disturbing energy. I mean, I didn't even have to clarify a lot of these other cards. Like, I could see it was disturbing, and I could see that, you know, and so Pisces, but you can't just say, oh, well, that person is just weak. Well, no, they're not just weak. They've been doing everything that they can. And you just insist on having this negative this person that drains everybody. This person just drains everybody. So a lot of you that have Pisces twin flames, not good. Why is it that the Pisces is doing nothing about it? What is going on here? What message do you want to give to the Pisces? The Three of Cups. So I think it has something to do with family, possibly either family or friendships. Pisces people, when it comes to friendships and family, Pisces will sacrifice their relationship for that because they feel that their friendships are more important for some reason. And for some reason, this is what's coming out in the spirit. And then also spirit guides are saying that Pisces isn't really getting the same energy. Whoever this person is, they don't attack the Pisces, they attack the twin flame. But it's a person that is a part of the Pisces. So this is a person that is working both sides. They're a friend of your twin flame, but then again, they're not a friend. So that, and I can sense a Gemini or especially a Libra. They're a friend, but then again, they're not. They represent the exact duality. So they are a representation or like a shadow of the Pisces, because the Pisces is constantly trying to swim away from that twin flame connection. Pisces is steadily trying to swim up to Neptune and get away from the realities of that relationship constantly, because it is very difficult. So Pisces is either friends with this person. So this person is very duality. They represent your Pisces twin flame friend, but then again, they're their enemy. So what they do is they protect your twin flame while at the same time try to harm them. And then you get all of that negative energy. So you're almost like a buffer aspirin. Literally, you're like a buffer. Yeah. It's really weird for some reason. And you can tell that that is what's happening for a majority of the Pisces with your twin flame. It happens a lot in relationships, though, but in particular, this is something that you're dealing with in the month of July 2018. For some reason, maybe there's going to be some kind of deal breaker. I'm going to throw a final advice card for the Pisces, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Final advice for the Pisces. The Four of Wands comes up. So I feel like spirit guides are, I feel like what they're saying is that you need to become, you need to become more stable. The Four of Wands is almost like an advice card to where you need to become more stable. It's not about having friends. It's not. Okay, your friends are going to go away all the time eventually, but your wife or your husband or your twin flame is always going to be there. Wow. Going crazy because my twin is famous. Oh, goodness. Well, that's crazy. So I feel like what spirits is saying to the Pisces is that your friends are one thing, but the person that you're meant to build a life with is another thing. And so I kind of get the sense that a lot of you Pisces have children with your twin flame, which, that can make things even more difficult to have children with your twin flame. Oh, wow, the Illuminati is attacking you guys. I can believe that. And it's probably more than likely close associates is typically what it is. It's typically close associates. Sometimes family members working to, but all I can say is that, Go Vegan, you should not have to fear them. No, I haven't seen it. No. Stephanie Ann Stevie said she doesn't have friends. Are you a Pisces? Well, whoever this is for, it may not be the exact for all of you Pisces, but like I said, I can see a lot of you Pisces having an issue with a friend. And yeah, this friend, they saved your life at some point. But did they do it? What are they going to do? Take back what they did for you? Or are you going to take back what they did for you? Like, just because somebody saved your life doesn't mean that they have the right to control your life for the rest of your life as well. So they're saying, and so that, I don't know, when it comes to friends, sometimes friends, I have seen lots of friends try to tear down their friends' relationships. Absolutely. And that ain't no friend. You find out who your real friends are. I can promise you that a person that tries to destroy your happiness, if they see you happy with this person and they sitting up here trying to destroy your happiness, that's not your friend. So I can definitely sense that for a lot of you. And it's almost like I gotta go back to to my movie. Hey, what's up, Nikki Queens? I have to go back to my movie with my girl, Rebecca De Mornay. Remember when Solomon caught her breastfeeding that other woman's baby? And she went and threatened him or whatever and had to try to make it look like he had done something wrong or whatever. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. It's been a struggle. So your twin flame is trying to let you know, hey, your friend is destroying our relationship. They're coming between us. And you sitting up there like, well, how they gonna come between us and we what? Well, because you are. So for example, y'all notice how like what she did was she was threatening to Solomon when nobody else knew it. Nobody else could see her being threatening to Solomon. You see what I'm saying? So, in other words, it's almost like this person has a totally different personality and you wouldn't ever believe it. But and for some reason, your relationship brought out this personality in this person. So in my opinion, I feel like there's not room for the both of you. You're going to have to choose one or the other, Pisces. Oh, I'm sorry, Nikki Queens. Oh, shoot. You know, with that out of the blue stuff, that means that it could be another woman. Somebody done did something. Something done happened. I'm always here if you guys need about what it was that happened, because when they switch up like that out of the blue, yeah, that can be messed up. So, yeah, but like I was saying, I can see that the potential for marriage and happiness is very high with your twin flame, but you're allowing, you know, I feel like the Pisces is I feel like you're allowing too many people to control your relationship. So, and I feel like it's literally, I feel like the wool has been pulled over your eyes, especially with the Strength card being in the reverse position. This is when you can't see something, when you can't make discernment on it. So I've actually seen people do that. I've seen people do that. I've seen people's relationships get tore down. Do you understand me? Toe up from the flow up. Okay. They was headed for everything. And just because of this one thing, this one person, but it was essentially the responsibility of the people in the relationship. That's your responsibility. You know, you need to quit building this house of cards and build a house made out of bricks. I told y'all that. So that's what your twin flame is saying. And I get the sense that a lot of you Pisces are dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or another Pisces. And so they know you better than you know yourself, and they can see where the wool is being pulled over your eyes by this person. And I've seen a lot of people do that. I've seen more than just the Pisces do that. I've seen many people be friends with their friend and their enemy at the same time. And this person, every single time they come around or say anything, stuff is up and down. And this other person, they don't even see it, because then they'll totally be under mind control. They'll go into a sunken place. So basically, your twin flame is telling you, Pisces, you in the sunken place. And they are trying to pull you out of there. But see, they don't want to get sucked down there with you. And you can tell in particular in July, this particular friend is having a bad July. So they're particularly codependent, and they will create chaos in your life, Pisces, just because there's chaos created in theirs. And see, you as a Pisces, you are very sensitive to that, because you're always swimming in the other direction anyway. You see what I'm saying? So it makes it more easy and more susceptible for the Pisces. Thank you, BB Visions. Thank you. So anyway, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the feedback in the chat. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and hitting that subscribe button. And also make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. If you guys are looking to hire a practitioner, I am eclectic, so I do what works. So if you're looking for a spellcaster with spells that work, protection, cleanses, and healings is the main thing that I do. I do a lot of money and prosperity work, because obviously prosperity, you need money for certain things these days. So yeah. So if you guys are looking for that, the link is below to my website. Go and get a consultation. If you guys are looking for readings, the link is below. Everything in terms of readings is on sale right now. I am working on my schedule for today as well as tomorrow. And I do have same day reading options available. Okay, so if you go to the website, it is a little bit more expensive for you to get a same day reading. But or sometimes I may be like, for some of you guys, you may not have to do that. If you place your orders within the next couple of hours, then I can get you scheduled for today. Okay, but there is a cutoff window to where you'll just go ahead and get scheduled for the next day. Okay, I do specialize in twin flame relationship counseling. Okay, so you guys, if you need some help with that, the link is below. And I've had fun, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Love and light to you guys, and blessed be.